Hi guys, let us understand about Galileo's experiment of motion of an object on an inclined plane. So Galileo was the first person to observe the motion of an object on an inclined plane. So what is an inclined plane? Let us see. That's first. Suppose you are having a staircase set up like this. Suppose you want to climb the wall. So this wall you want to climb. So how can you climb the wall if you are using by ladder? And if you can keeping a ladder with an angle. So this is certain angle. If you can take that angle is a 45 degrees. Now this become a ladder. Now this shape. So this shape what we call as an inclined plane. This shape we called in physics as an inclined plane. So an inclined plane is somewhat looks like this. So this is the diagram what is given in the textbook. So Galileo observed if an object is falling on this inclined plane. So this marble is rolling down on this inclined plane. He observed the motion of the marble. The motion of the marble. So with the help of his observations, he gave certain laws. So let us see the motion of marble on an inclined plane. Let us understand the setup first. So this is an inclined plane. So this we can take an inclined plane. If you can observe this here, so this is the marble. So a small marble. So that is the initially that is it there. Suppose if we can play, so the marble is rolling and it is going to the other side and again it is coming. Now if you can closely observe, so initially the marble is at here, that is the initial, and after rolling the marble, so it is taken this path, so this path it taken and it went up to at here. And if you can see, the marble is reaching at the same height, that is the same height. So when it reaches to the same height, suppose if I cut this inclined plane into the two parts. So now here you can see. So now it is the one side it is having the, suppose if you can draw the baseline at here. Now this is A is one of the inclined plane and the B is the another inclined plane. Now if you can closely observe the angle at here, so these two angles are equals. It means they both are the similar inclined planes but they kept in the opposite direction with the same angle. So in that case the marble will reach us to the same height. Suppose if we change that angle, suppose if you take the angle is little bigger, suppose if you can do that. Now if we can extend the angle, now here you can see, if you can draw the same, now here if you can draw that once, now here you can see, so this is the one of the inclined plane, so this is another. Now in this case the angle is changed. Now if the angle is changed, now the ball reaches to the same height, even though if you can change the angle further. Even if you can change the angle further, again the ball wants to reach to the same height. Suppose if there is no angle on the another inclined plane, the ball wants to move forever. So the ball is searching, the ball will search where is the height. So it always wants to reach the same height. So let us see the experiment again. So here very important that we neglected the friction force. So that is a very important condition we need to take. So we neglected the friction force. So without the friction force, we are talking everything at here. So let's see the first again. If the ball is rolling, if the angles are the same, so the ball wants to move to the same height. The marble wants to reach to the same height. If the angle is changed, then also the marble wants to reach to the same height. So these are the observations which is made by the Galileo on an inclined plane. So at here we have taken the assumption that no friction force. No friction force which is acting at here. Now if there is no inclined plane on the other side, now if we can take it out the second inclined plane, the ball wants to move forever. So to reach the same height, the marble wants to reach same height. So that's the marble is searching for the height. Where is the height? So till to reach the height, the marble will be move forever. So these are the observations made by the Galileo, and so those observations he gave as a laws. So let's see one more time what is given there. So these are the Galileo's observations. I will play one more time. So this is the inclined plane. So we have neglected the friction. If these two are as an opposite, the marble wants to move to the same height. Suppose if we can change the angle of the inclined plane, other side, then also the marble wants to move to the same height. Again, if you further decrease the inclined plane angle, in this case also the marble wants to move the same height. If you can notice that the marble while traveling at here, so it will be travel with slow, it will be little slow, but it covers large distance. It covers in this case a large distance to reach the same height. But further, if we can take the first case at here, so the earlier case if we can take, now here you can observe the marble is moving little faster, but here the distance is the same. But now if we can change the angle, now if you can observe, the marble is covering large distance. So from here to here, the marble is covering large distance to reach the same height. And finally, if you can leave the marble by again changing the inclined plane angle, so the marble wants to reach always to the same height, which are the observations made by Galileo. So here we neglected the friction Now the marble is searching for the same height and it will move forever. So from this we made certain conclusions. So those conclusions as follows. When a marble rolls down an inclined plane, its velocity increases, and when it goes up to the second inclined plane, suppose you can take this is the first case in the 1 and the 1. So they both are having at same angle. So these two angles are the same. So in this first case, from reaching to the from here a point to another point, here also you can take as in a point B, A to B. Now that is having the little greater velocity, but when it reaches to up, automatically the velocity decreases. Now if you can take the second inclined plane, so that is the first, so this is my second inclined plane. So let me take to the point C. Now if the inclination of the both planes are equal, then the marble will be reaches to the same height which it rolls down. So that is goes to the first case. Now for the second case, if the inclination of the second plane is decreased, now here you can see, so this is the second plane which I mentioned 2 at here. So this inclination is decreased. Suppose if you can compare this angle to this angle, so the angle 1 and the angle 2. So angle 2 is less than angle 1. So angle 2 is less than angle 1. It means the second angle inclination is decreased. Now in this case, if we can roll the marble, so what happens? The marble will travel more distance. If the second plane is decreased, it will travel more distance to reach the original height. Now if the inclination of the second plane is made horizontal, it means if you can take the marble is just like horizontal forever. Now this is the case, the third one. So if we make the another, this is second inclination plane, the first inclination plane, if the second inclination plane, if you can make just in horizontal, so by the time what happens, the marble will travel forever trying to reach the same height. So these are the observations which is made by the Galileo. From this observation, the conclusion point we can say that the very important conclusion point is that an unbalanced force is required to change the motion of the marble. So here we neglected friction. So here we neglected friction. There is no unbalanced force. So if there is no unbalanced force, or if there is no opposing force, if there is no opposing force, now the object always moves in uniform motion. The object will remains in uniform motion. If there is no opposing force or no any external force, so then object always wants to move in uniform motion. So that is the final conclusion which is made by the Galileo. If there is no, if I can mention it here, if there is no opposing force, then the object will move in uniform motion. Uniform motion forever. So that we will take as a first law of motion. So in the next class we will study about Newton's laws. So in that Newton's laws, so this we will take as first law.